In a quiet neighborhood nestled on Willow Street, a curious orange tabby cat named Jasper was known as the unofficial mayor. Jasper was always exploring, leaping from fences to rooftops and befriending everyone in the neighborhood, including humans and animals alike. One sunny afternoon, Jasper was perched on the fence of the Parker family's yard, watching the world go by. Suddenly, his sharp ears twitched. He heard faint, desperate whimpers coming from the direction of the old drainage pipe by the sidewalk. Jasper leapt down and padded cautiously toward the sound. As he approached, the cries grew louder. Peering into the darkness of the drainage pipe, he saw a small, trembling puppy stuck in the muck. It was Daisy, the neighbor's tiny chihuahua. Her paws were caked in mud and her wide, tear-filled eyes glistened in the dim light. Jasper understood the urgency. He had seen how quickly rain could turn the quiet drainage into a rushing torrent, and dark clouds were beginning to gather in the sky. Without hesitation, Jasper darted off to gather help. First, he went to Daisy's owner, an elderly woman named Mrs. Clark, who was in her garden. He meowed insistently, pawing at her ankle and looking back toward the drainage pipe. But Mrs. Clark, though kind, didn't understand his urgency. Not deterred, Jasper ran to his best human friend, Mia, a clever 10-year-old girl who always understood him. Jasper clawed at her pant leg and led her toward the pipe. "What's wrong, Jasper?" Mia asked, following him. When she heard Daisy's faint cries, her eyes widened. Mia called her dad, who hurried to the scene with tools to pry open the grate. But the pipe was narrow, and Daisy was too scared to crawl toward the opening. Mia tried coaxing the puppy with her voice, but it didn't work. That's when Jasper decided to act. With a determined flick of his tail, he squeezed into the pipe. The slimy walls and tight space didn't faze him. He crept carefully toward Daisy, his soft purrs echoing through the narrow tunnel. His comforting sound seemed to calm Daisy down. Reaching her, Jasper gently nudged her with his head, encouraging her to move. Step by step, he guided her toward the opening where Mia and her dad waited. Just as a few raindrops began to fall, Jasper and Daisy emerged from the pipe, covered in mud but safe. The neighbors, who had gathered to see the commotion, erupted in cheers. Mrs. Clark scooped up Daisy, tears streaming down her face. "You're a hero, Jasper," she said, stroking his muddy fur. From that day on, Jasper's reputation as the hero of Willow Street grew. The story of how a brave cat saved a tiny dog from the drainage pipe was told and retold, solidifying Jasper's status as the most beloved animal in the neighborhood. And Jasper, he didn't care much for the fame. He was just glad Daisy was safe. Still, he accepted the extra tuna treats and belly rubs that came his way with a purr of satisfaction. Thanks for watching. Please click the Ace Animation Studio subscribe button, like, comment, and share for more interesting videos like this.